Welcome to My Life, Our World, a series of video podcasts by the Herbinator Group. Hello, I'm a much younger version of your host, Michael. Thank you for joining this podcast. This series of podcasts are about my life, more specifically, about the last 25 years in which I have fought several cancers and other major diseases. I hope that you will find these podcasts informative and maybe even a little encouraging. Michael is going to take it from here. Take it away, old man. Thank you, younger me. You know, why the good Lord has kept me around this long, I don't know. You see, for over 25 years now, I've been battling multiple cancers and other major diseases. Perhaps he kept me around to do this series of videos. We'll see. Now, first, you need to understand I'm not a professional, if you haven't figured that out already. In fact, this is the very first video that I've ever created. So for that purpose, please excuse any missteps, etiquette issues, those kinds of things, because, again, I'm not a professional. Welcome to My Life, Our World. Now, why My Life, Our World? Well, my life, for years, I've had family members, co-workers, and that tell me I should write a story about my life, specifically the last 25 years. And I'm not an author, so I just don't see myself writing a book. But I can talk, and I've been told I can talk a lot. So I thought I'd do it in a series of videos. Now, the Our World part. Everybody has an opinion, of course, and I'm no different. So every now and then, something's going on in our world, in our country, around the world, that I have strong opinion about or strong feelings about. Now, I know there are a million people out there with opinions. Everybody's trying to tell you how you should think, feel, work, whatever. That's not my goal here. I don't intend to do that. I don't intend to do this very often. But occasionally there will be a topic or something going on that really bothers me, and I just have to tell somebody that it bothers me. So for that, I'll apologize up front if it offends you. You're certainly welcome to stop watching the video and don't watch anymore. But I invite you to finish watching this video and any subsequent videos I'm able to put together, as I'm hoping to make them informative and inspirational. Now, as the younger me said, my name is Michael. I am an American patriot. I'm a veteran, United States Navy. I've served my country. I have gone to war. I went to 2 tours in Vietnam. I was a blue water sailor, so I was never in direct combat. But I was in the Tonkin Gulf for 9 months the first time and 10 months the second. I believe in the United States of America. I've lived in other countries. I've visited other countries. And in my opinion, there is none better than the United States. Now, we have our problems. There's no question. We're not perfect. And while we continue to try to improve ourselves and make ourselves better, we are still better than any country I know of out there. You see, Americans are very privileged. We have supermarkets. We can go buy food anytime, without question. We have cars and freeways and all these other luxuries that many places don't have. I also know that there are people in this country that are hungry, that don't have the money or the home, or maybe they're homeless, that kind of thing. I understand that. And I know there are organizations such as Tunnel to Towers that are working towards solving that, certainly for American veterans. But while we work on those issues, we are still numerous steps ahead of most countries. And there is no other country on the face of this planet that does more for other countries, for impoverished countries, for people that have less than we do, than the United States of America. The Americans are very generous people. We constantly give of our time, talent, and treasure. So please bear with me when I speak about my patriotism because it comes from my heart. And if you can't tell, my shirt, the background, that shows some of my patriotism. And so for that reason, that's why it's there. Okay, this podcast. I don't mean to preach. It's just to share my story. I do hope you find it inspirational. I hope that it helps you, gives you some idea that you might be able to survive some cancer or other disease that you're facing, and that all is not always lost. The first thing is your attitude. You must believe that you can beat it. You must believe that you can. Now, I'll tell you a little story here. I have a younger sister who was diagnosed with colon cancer a month after I was. This is back in the year 2000. I have always believed I was going to beat things. And I always did whatever I needed to do to educate myself on whatever the issue was, to inform myself that the medical team I was talking with that was recommending a certain treatment or whatever, that was the right treatment for my issue. My sister put her medical team up on a pedestal. And when I would talk to her about what treatments and that she was getting, she just said, well, they decided. They're doing it. It's up to them. See, I don't put my team on a pedestal. To me, they're my medical advisors. They're the ones that diagnose and then give me suggestions on how to treat the illness or whatever it is. So for that reason, I think I survived because 18 months later, my sister had passed away. Turns out she wasn't given the right treatment. My original oncologist told me that he was killing me to save me, meaning that the chemotherapy he gave me would attack everything in my body, not just the bad cells, but the good cells also. We'll get more into that a little bit later as I talk about that. But know that your medical is in your hands. It's your responsibility. The doctors and nurses and so on are just your medical team. They are just there to advise you and to tell you what they think you should do about whatever the issue is. So no, there's no guarantees. Some people will still lose the battle no matter what their attitude is. I've lost 4 siblings. Well, 4 siblings and a brother-in-law, 2 brother-in-law, in fact. My wife's older brother, passed away from brain cancer. My sister's husband passed away from lung cancer. And then I have a sister who passed away from lung cancer. Another sister that I mentioned, younger than me, that passed away from, it was colon cancer, spread to uterine. I have an older brother who passed away from bladder cancer. He had a number of the same cancers I've had. And then a younger brother who passed away from esophageal cancer. So unfortunately, I've experienced a lot of loss due to cancer. That doesn't mean that they didn't survive for some period of time. My older brother, who passed away, survived for probably 20, 30 years before he passed away. My sister survived and fought breast cancer for 8 years, 9 years. And my other sister, as I said, passed away in 18 months. My younger brother didn't go to the doctor and get treated as he should have. And unfortunately, he died within 12 months. So sometimes people lose the battle. But other people in my family have beaten cancer. I have a niece who had colon cancer, stage 4, and she's still alive today, something like 15 years later. Another sister who had colon cancer, I believe she had it before I did, and she's still surviving. So it is possible to survive. Okay, enough about that. As I said, I'm not going to preach. I just want to share my story. So I'm going to give you a little insight into what we're going to talk about in the upcoming videos so that you know and you have a reason to come back. First off, I was diagnosed with diabetes in 1997. So we're going to talk about diabetes briefly, not a whole lot, but briefly. And know that for each of these things, I'm not going to get down into the weeds, all these technical jargon and all this kind of stuff, because you can go to MD Anderson, Mayo Clinic, whatever websites, and get all the technical stuff you want to know about what gene did what, to why, and how. So I'm not going there. I'm certainly not an expert in that, and I don't want to give you information that's incorrect. I'm simply going to share you what I did or what we did to take care of my situation and how I survived it. So, as I said, I had diabetes, diagnosed with diabetes in 1997. In the year 2000, I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. And we'll talk about that here in the next video. From there, I had bladder cancer, then I had prostate cancer, then I had small bowel cancer. I have stage 3 kidney disease. I have Lynch Syndrome. I have been exposed to Agent Orange from 2 tours in Vietnam over 50 years ago. Skin cancers. I currently have chronic myeloid leukemia, known as CML, taking chemotherapy for that. And Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is a damage to my nerves from having COVID-19. So, as I said, there's many, many things that I'm struggling with, trying to make sure that we get taken care of. I'll go through each of those in different videos, and I'll be telling you more about them as we go along. With that, I'm going to take and cut this video short because I want to get going and do the next video and talk about diabetes and colon cancer in it. Please, you're welcome to come back, watch the next videos, subscribe down below if this is YouTube or whatever you do on any place else I may post it, and come back and watch the next video or series of videos. I'll try to label them so that you know which ones are which. So if you're not interested in the colon cancer one, but you want to talk about the bladder cancer one, you know to go to that video, or the prostate one, or so on. From there, if you have questions, I certainly welcome you to send me a question, and I'll try to answer them. I know there's going to be some haters out there. Please don't hate. It's just not going to do you or me any good. I'm not going to respond to the hate. I'm just going to ignore it. So please, don't even waste your time doing it. From there, I appreciate your attending these videos, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you for coming. Hope you have a great day. God bless you, and God bless America. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check back often for more episodes.